Good morning from Juneau, Alaska.
And Robbie's birthday.
Yes, today is my actual birthday. We are here in Juneau. Today's day 5, the
Five.
cruise. But yeah, pulled into Juneau earlier this morning. Also, if you notice, the background is a little bit different today. Check out our Skagway video at the end.
If you missed that, we'll explain what happened.
Yes.
At this point, we don't have much information, but we gotta go because we have a fun excursion planned for today.
Yes, so today we're doing whale watching and a trip to Mendenhall Glacier. And we're meeting at 9 a.m. No,
8:40.
leaves at 9 a.m., meeting at 8:45 a.m. Juneau's port's a little different. We are in the city. The city's right behind us currently, and there is a free shuttle from where the dock is to the downtown area. So we got to hop on the shuttle and get to the downtown area, meet up with our tour, and start our day in Juneau. So come along with us. Okay, so we are back on board after our excursion and day in Juneau.
Mm-hmm.
It is about 4 o'clock now.
Yes.
So we officially sail away at 4:45, so we're getting pretty close to that. But our day started with a trip to the Mendenhall Glacier. We weren't sure if we would go to the glacier or do the whale watching first. We apparently were doing the glacier first. So we went to Mendenhall Glacier.
Which I was fine to do the glacier first because the later in the day it gets, the busier it gets.
Yes.
So we were able to have lots of space, take some nice pictures, take in the sights, and breathe in all that natural Alaskan air before it was too crazy crowded. Because when we were leaving,
It was getting pretty busy.
our tour we had about, which was through,
I think it was Alaska Tales was the name of the company.
Whale Tails.
I think it was Alaska Tales, but Tales as Tales,
Like,
not as a whale tail.
oh, well, I did not pay attention. It was booked through Alaska Shore Excursions.
Yes.
But I wish that we had had 30 more minutes at Mendenhall Glacier. We had an hour, And that was basically enough to go down to the waterfall, Nugget Falls, come back, look out on the overlook near the top, not the like scenic look, but then we were scurrying to get on the bus.
True.
We weren't the last ones on the bus.
True.
We weren't the first ones on the bus. But we made it. But basically, an hour is enough time if you want to see the waterfall. But I think if you want to really explore, you need an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yeah, for sure. That was my biggest negative comment about it was way too short at the Mendenhall Park. Very cool glacier though.
It was beautiful.
Very cool waterfall. Worth the hike out to the waterfall. If you were able to do so.
We got our steps in.
Yes. I think it was about 2 miles round trip
I
to
already
Nugget
have
Falls.
11,900 steps and 4.8 miles from our day. And a lot of that was
Mendenhall Glacier.
Mendenhall Glacier. And getting to the tour itself.
True.
Because in Juneau, where the Wonder Docks, there's a free bus that you have to take to the actual city. Or it's about a 20-minute walk. We didn't want to do that. So had to get to the bus, then had to get to the drop-off point, then had to find our tour location. But it was easy. We were pleased. It was a little bit, I said it was like Cozumel.
A little bit here.
Because in Skagway, there were people around, but nobody was hollering at you to book something. Here in Juneau, people were...
They have their own little kiosks of, book with me, book with me.
Hollering at us. And, what are you looking for? We said the green tent. Oh, that's my people. What are you doing? Do you want to upgrade? Blah, blah, blah. And we're like, we already got the big package.
Yeah.
Bye. So, but that was Juneau in general. In the morning, there were also only 2 ships, but by the time we got back from our tour, there were 3?
4.
4?
Because there was a princess one too.
Oh, I didn't see the princess one.
Yeah.
A massive royal.
Yeah, and the princess one's bigger than us too.
Well.
This morning was, I forgot the name of that one.
Seabourn?
Seabourn. Pretty small ship, so that one we didn't see as much of a crowd.
It was just us and them.
Yeah.
Basically this morning. So it was really nice.
Yes.
But by this afternoon, we were ready to get back on.
Right.
But before we did that, we did the glacier and then, of course, went whale watching because Juneau is apparently the whale watching capital of the world.
Yeah.
Much to the locals and local fishermen's chagrin. We learned a lot about how there's some animosity between some of the locals and the whale watching tour operators and the fishermen and the whales.
True.
So, but with that aside, we were able to see 3 whales today.
Yeah. We saw one like fully breach, but nobody on the boat, myself included, had our cameras ready because it happened almost immediately.
Yeah. And that was the baby.
And that was the baby. I don't know if they said how old the baby was.
She was born this year, I think.
Okay.
They said that the mamas raised the babies for 3 months and then say bye after the summer.
Yeah. But that was super cool. Wish we caught it on camera, but it is locked away in my mental vault.
Yeah, we have the memories up here.
Yes.
We took plenty of mediocre pictures of other times we saw the whales.
True. Whale tails or the humpback. They were all humpback whales. So got some of their like humpback and the fins, the dorsal fins. We had the waving fin for, I think that was also the baby waving to us.
And we knew the names. Apparently, a whale's tail is like its fingerprint. So the folks guiding the tour were able to tell us exactly who we were looking at.
Yeah.
So we had Sasha and her baby.
Cha-Cha.
Because all of her babies are named after dance styles, apparently. And then Kelp. Kelp was a teenage boy, and he was alone. But mom and baby were together.
Yeah.
But they were having fun. It was a beautiful day out. It was a little warm.
It was a little warm.
But they also gave us a mini bottle of water, a granola bar, and fruit snacks, since it was quite a long tour.
True. We were on the boat for
2 hours.
2 hours, and prior to that, we had the 1 hour at Mendenhall Glacier,
Plus travel time.
plus about 30-minute bus ride from the cruise port to the glacier, about 30 minutes from the glacier to the harbor, and about 30 minutes from the harbor back to the cruise port.
The bus was driven by a man named Fred, with an intense southern accent, who said that he came via Alaskan Airlines. Yeah. We were like, how did you end up here, Fred?
Learned a lot of fun facts about Juneau as a whole.
Yeah.
That Juneau is the largest state capital by land mass. The only state capital that touches an international border. And the only state capital that you cannot get to by car. So
we learned all that from Fred.
Yes. But overall, very cool tour.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely worth the price and worth going outside of Disney for. It was very easy to get to it and around.
We enjoyed it. There were some little kids
that were asking how much longer.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I think this is great for adults. I don't know that this was
true
a winner for kids. So something to keep in mind if you're adult cruisers like us, or cruising with the family, that there were some little ones who got restless throughout the tour.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the most part, a lot of the kids were really engaged and interested. It just was long and warm.
Yes. Very knowledgeable crew on board too.
Yes.
Our boat was the Ramsey. Captain was Michelle, and then we had two naturalists,
Casey and Taylor.
Both have degrees in biology or marine biology, I believe.
I know Casey did. I didn't talk to Taylor about his degrees.
Yeah, Taylor said he was kind of just the whale expert and knew a lot about whales. And he seemed to be up top helping spot the whales for us to stop, because we would stop for about 30 minutes at each spot.
Legally, that's what you can do.
Yeah.
You can't bug the whales and just follow them around.
Yes. So they were very good spotting them, and yeah, it was a well-oiled machine.
Yes.
But they did say, which I will say on that comment, Skagway was the same way for the excursion we did through Alaska Shore Excursions, not through Disney. They said that they are a very, very small company and too small to contract with the big cruise lines. So I feel like in booking outside of Disney for this one, we are actually like helping the little guys.
Well, we could have gone to them directly, I imagine.
True.
They said they were on Viator.
TripAdvisor. Well,
they said
both.
Viator.
Okay,
if you wanted
right.
to book with them through Viator. We booked through Alaska Shore Excursions because they had the guarantee of getting us back to the Wonder on time.
True.
So I don't know that their Viator has that. So check if you have any interest in booking this tour. But basically, they were a small operation on Viator, contracted through Alaska Shore Excursions. So it seems like, in general, Alaska Shore Excursions can pull up some of the smaller tour operators and kind of give them a place to really shine.
Yeah.
So I think that's cool.
Yeah. And it was very helpful booking through them, Alaska Shore Excursions. You type in your exact cruise and it'll pull up your whole itinerary. You can just kind of go day by day, book it as one lump sum rather than booking like 4 different tours separately. So that was nice as well. But
this is not an ad for
this is not an ad.
Excursions.
This is just what we did since this was our first experience booking outside of Disney.
I wish that this was SpawnCon, but it's not.
True.
We paid money to do this, and would you pay money to do it again?
Yes, for sure.
I would do it again.
More time at Mendenhall.
Yeah, I was going to say I would be interested to see if there were any options with more time at Mendenhall Glacier.
Yes.
I think the whale watching time was about right.
Yeah.
But I felt like we were hiking through the wilderness.
True.
So, to make it back in time.
But got back to the same place where we were picked up for the tour, and had a little snack.
Yes.
Went to the famous Tracy's King Crab right at the port. So I wanted to try some crab for my birthday.
Because it's his birthday, if you forgot.
Yes. Pretty pricey place because it is crab. It's a local crab. But
the people sitting next to us, because it was crazy to get tables, you had to show your receipt to make sure you were receiving the correct order.
Yes.
And their receipt was $155.
Yes. And they got 2 clusters of claws and a little fried something.
I'm not sure. They were disappointed that they didn't get the red bucket because the husband/father was ready to take pictures, and apparently they only give the bucket for 3 pounds or more.
Yeah.
So less than 3 pounds of crab and a couple other things was over $150. But welcome to Juneau.
Yes. But we were able to try two different kinds of crab in different ways for relatively cheap. I think ours was like $25. But we did a crab bisque, which is their red king crab. Very good bisque. Mm-hmm. It was kind of tomato-esque, but then it just had a lot of flavor.
Yeah, I was going to say it was very flavorful, and it wasn't just a crab flavor. Right. You got the crab flavor, but sometimes with seafood soups,
it just takes over.
It just is so intense.
Yeah.
Like sometimes gumbo, if there's seafood in gumbo, it's just, True. That's all you taste.
Huge chunks of crab in there, though, and that was the king crab. And then the other thing that we got was the snow crab nachos.
Which also had a lot of really good flavor.
Yes. Again, huge pieces of crab.
Snow crab. My biggest beef with these is that
chips got soggy.
They were so wet.
Yeah.
I don't think they drained the crab. I don't know how to say otherwise.
Yeah.
I think the crab was very wet when it was put on the nachos, and so it was just very wet. Because they gave us 2 spoons for the bisque, and we ended up sharing a spoon for the bisque and using the other spoon for the nachos.
Yes. Very good flavor, though. The soup...
And just very different.
Very different.
Where else can you get snow crab nachos?
Yeah. The soup was, I think, 10, and then the nachos were like 7. No. 16 something. So 26 total. But again, we tried 2 different types of crab, 2 different ways, and the bisque also came with their garlic rolls, which I enjoyed dipping that in the bisque as well. So, but yeah, would go there again too. Mm-hmm. We got lucky in the time that we arrived there because the line wasn't too bad.
We were after the lunch. Yeah. Crazy crowd.
I think we got there kind of close to 1:30 or 2 o'clock.
It was like 1:30.
So that worked out well for us. But yeah, then we walked around Juneau a little bit and then came back to the ship to a little friend.
We believe it's a rabbit.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
He was just here when we got back.
Yeah. But we have a rabbit friend. I don't know if that's going to be our towel animal for the day or not. We will have to see. But now it is time to get changed and ready for the rest of the evening. This evening we have mixology at 5 o'clock. Then we have, right after that, our Frozen show in the theater.
If we can make it.
If we can make it. If not, we can watch it on our TV screen in the room. And then dinner this evening is back at Triton's for night 2. Which is lobster night. They have some regional inspirations that I'm interested to try as well.
Lots of good, exciting things on this menu.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a big day of eating. I guess not day. It's already been day.
True.
Big evening of eating and drinking and letting it go and celebrating a birthday.
Very true. So we will get ready for mixology and check up with you later. Okay, so we are back in the room after our evening. Last we spoke, we were heading to mixology. One thing that we did not say was that the mixology class was not previously booked.
No.
And it was graciously gifted to us by the guest services team as a kind of birthday treat in response to the situation of moving the rooms. and the inconvenience of all that and the timing of it. So very grateful to guest services for that. They kind of let us pick something special we wanted to do, Apollo dinner, Apollo brunch again, or whatnot. So suggested mixology since it was happening today on my birthday proper, and very glad we did because it was a really cool mixology class.
It was very different.
Yeah, because this is our third mixology we've done. We did it on the fantasy, we did it on the magic, and now on the wonder. So this was led by Jesus in the Cadillac Lounge, which somebody in the group chat for the cruise group, Facebook group, mentioned that they went to Cadillac Lounge and had a great experience with Jesus. Now I see why. He is
an artist.
Yes.
For him, bartending is an art. It's an art, it's a science, it's creative and unique to the person.
Yeah. This experience was different from other mixology classes because he did not tell us what was in it until after we tasted it, which was a unique twist. He had all the bottles lined up on the bar and did not reuse a single ingredient the entire time.
His big thing was, which was an interesting thought, that why do common drinks like a Bahama Mama or a Mai Tai or whatever in a mixology class that you can just look up online?
True.
He wanted to do unique things and talk about pairing flavors and how to combine different things, and basically it was an art and science of mixology, more so than, okay, everybody, we're just gonna learn how to make drinks.
Right. Starting with a bonus drink. So in the mixology course, you get a tasting of 4 drinks, and then it always ends with a shot. So you get 5 drinks total. We got a bonus 6th one because when he was talking, he kind of posed the question of flavor combinations. Do these things go together? And he said, does like Bud Light and Coca-Cola mix? And we're all saying like, no, of course not. And he's like, okay, let's make that. So he did equal parts of Bud Light, Coca-Cola, and Di Serono, and it was fantastic. It was very strange. The woman across from us described it as adult root beer, and that was pretty accurate.
It was odd. It did not taste like beer at all.
No.
Because when he was talking about it, it was, who wants to try it? And I'm like, not me. But then instead of only having a few people do it, he was like, we'll do it for everybody.
Yeah, and it was interesting because it was just impromptu on the house, and he asked one of his assistants to
just do it,
make it up for everybody in the room. So very cool experience.
And maybe that always happens. We don't know.
True.
But it felt special.
Yes. The rest of the drinks, though, we were able to take a picture of the recipes. So I have all that. I'll put all of them on the screen as I go through them. But we started with the Maker's Experience, which was the whiskey-based cocktail. This one was very good, very refreshing. Whiskey and grapefruit juice being the kind of main flavors. A little bit of Saint Germain, Pinot Grigio, and simple syrup.
Because you don't think to put whiskey with dry white wine.
Right.
This was also the only cocktail on the list that had any juice in it.
Right.
Because he did not seem to like that.
Yeah.
He liked to muddle ingredients and do different things instead of just adding a juice flavor whenever he could possibly do that.
True.
It was all very hands-on, very unique.
Yeah. The next one is the Amore Milano. This one he apparently kind of sold to the Four Seasons.
Sold the recipe.
Sold the recipe. So apparently you can go to any Four Seasons and order the Amore Milano, and this will be the exact drink you get, supposedly. But this was the tequila-based one. Tequila, Aperol, strawberry puree, lime juice, and simple syrup.
Because we've had Aperol before, and we were like,
Right.
before we were our big Mediterranean trip last year, we were like, okay, Aperol spritz, we gotta be ready. And we tried it, and it was just,
It's so bitter.
it was not for us. So it was surprising that it was hidden in this drink that was probably my favorite on the list.
Mm-hmm. It was very good. And it's mostly just used for the color, the Aperol. But yeah, that was very good. And then next on the list was the Gin Basil Smash. This was the gin based one. We are not gin fans.
You know,
And this kind of led to the reasoning of why he wanted us to taste things before trying it, because you wouldn't really know that it was gin in there.
it just tasted like basil.
Yeah, it was pretty strange. A lot of flavors happening there. So
He said it was a digestive
yes
cocktail.
It was gin, limoncello, creme de menthe, fresh basil, and simple syrup.
So it was
was
mojito-esque, but mostly just very earthy. Because I smelled it and I just went, I know this smell. What is this smell? And then he said basil, and I said, oh, it smells like our garden.
Yeah.
Because we have a nice little herb garden.
But yeah, surprisingly flavorful.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one, he has two different names, either the Chilatini or the Serra Especial, because one thing that was very cool with this tasting, he gave credit to every single person on his team.
Mm-hmm.
And one of which, this was kind of her twist on the drink and her recipe, so he added her recipe to his list, which is pretty cool. And this one was absolute vanilla vodka, cinnamon cream liqueur, creme de cacao, creme de banana, and vanilla ice cream.
A lot of people compared this to
Horchata.
So, I mean,
It was real
basically a boozy horchata martini.
good. And then lastly, we finished off with the shot. This one was Sweet Love, and it was a equal parts Chambord and Bailey's. So, what was pretty cool was every single drink that we had today was completely different from the other two tastings we've done.
Right. And all of these recipes, I mean, I'm guessing someone has done the shot before.
True.
But beyond that, and the one that his coworker made, they were all his recipes. They were all unique for the tasting. He said he came up with them last week.
Yeah.
I don't know if he just does that every week to decide what he's going to do for these mixology classes. But it was definitely the most unique and cool mixology class that we've done.
For sure.
There was no hands-on in this version of mixology. We haven't run into that.
We had like a very, very modified hands-on on the magic.
Mm-hmm. But that was like slap the mint to put in your mojito.
Right.
That was all the hands-on that we did. So compared to, I have created these magical, unique cocktails.
Right.
And they will be presented to you, and you will go, oh, what is this?
It was interesting because it wasn't focusing on the act of actually making them. It was more so the combining the flavor profiles to make them. Because he didn't make any in front of us either.
No, it was all prepared in advance.
So, very interesting, but very cool experience. Very glad we did it. So, and very gracious to guest services for treating us to that.
For the birthday boy.
Yes. But after mixology, went right upstairs to the Frozen, a musical spectacular Frozen stage show.
We were able to get seats in the back row.
Yes. But very good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was more together than it was on the Fantasy for our honeymoon.
Well, that was COVID.
True.
Like,
There's a lot going on there.
So, that it's hard to compare a show we saw right after sailings resumed to one that's after sailings have come very much back.
True.
I will say that I think the Wonder has some nice new projectors, because there were some moments like in the opening number where on the walls around the theater there were projections of like men hitting the ice on the beat of the music. So it felt more high tech, and I didn't remember that from the fantasy.
No.
But maybe it was there and I just didn't realize it. And the Sven puppet is always fun. The puppets in Frozen are great.
They are. They're so detailed compared to. I mean, Disney's kind of Disney Cruise is kind of going down the puppet route recently.
Who doesn't like puppets? Everybody loves puppets.
But I feel like if you compare the Frozen show to the Aladdin show, it is no question with the puppets.
No.
The Aladdin show has some kind of rather creepy genie puppets at one point. But yeah, the Sven puppet is so detailed. The young Kristoff, young Anna, Elsa puppets are so detailed. So
there was a baby troll puppet as well.
There was. Very true.
So just lots of fun stuff. And then of course Olaf, the kind of wearable puppet. And I felt like he was used well. Olaf was moving in a way that made Olaf really look alive.
Yeah. Olaf was very good.
That was very cool. So, yay Olaf.
Yeah. And the show drew a huge crowd for our show, and then a huge line for the second showing this evening.
And lots of little girls in Frozen dresses.
Yes.
We brought them from Frozen night. We brought them back out to see Frozen.
Yes. From the Frozen show, we got our usual pictures for the evening and all the different photo pass stops and whatnot. And then it was time to head to dinner, which dinner for us tonight was in Triton's for night 2 in Triton's, which was lobster night, and other yummy things. So for appetizers, we ordered the shrimp, which was pretty good. Not quite as flavorful as the last time we had it, but it was still very good.
Right.
And then the prosciutto with Parmesan cheese. We actually got a plate of the intended appetizer, but then just similar to the treasure, ordered a whole side of just Parmesan cheese.
Well, I just wanted a little bowl and he brought a whole plate.
Yeah. But now we have Parmesan to enjoy with our wine in the room.
Realistically, though, that was only like a sandwich size baggie's worth of Parmesan.
True.
It's spread out. It looks very dramatic on the plate. But I decanted it into a sandwich size baggie.
Yeah.
With some room to spare. Did I also eat a couple pieces off the plate? Yes. But still, it all fit in the baggie.
Yeah. I also ordered the soup for the evening, which was the regional inspiration soup, which was the white onion soup, which I had in the treasure. This was the one that we coined the cream of funyun soup. As the regional inspiration, it had some added smoked salmon to it, which was good. I was a little nervous that it was going to overpower the onion flavor of the soup, but
it made it just more smoky.
Right. It really didn't overpower it. It took away some of the onion flavor, but didn't overpower the onion flavor. So it worked well together. And then entree wise, we both ordered the lobster tail. And then I ordered the regional inspiration that was recommended by our server of the halibut. This was very, very good. The fish was cooked well. The cream sauce underneath it went well with the fish. The minted peas were odd. Very minty, very strange.
Could have lived without
those. and then randomly like hash browns, which were very good, actually. Um, just kind of odd to have on the plate, but not complaining. And then you ordered the Parmesan crusted chicken.
And it was different.
Yeah.
Because I asked him, I was like, what was on this? What is listed for this dish? Because I was like, it tastes like something. And there were green peppers on the plate. And I didn't think that there were typically green peppers. But basically, the whole dish took on the flavor of green peppers, which I like green peppers, just not necessarily with more Italian type cuisine.
True. And it did say on the menu that it was with peppers and mushrooms.
Oh, is it peppers?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if that's a new addition,
Okay.
but
I thought it was onions and mushrooms, but okay.
it says sweet peppers and
Sweet peppers. Apparently, sweet peppers are green bell peppers.
yeah.
But my brain went to like, I love black pepper chicken, like Chinese takeout black pepper chicken, and it was similar to that but creamy and as a pasta sauce. So it was odd. The chicken, I just wanted it to be what I had at Palo Brunch, and it was not, but it was fine.
True.
The lobster, I thought, was better on the Treasure.
Yeah, it was still very good and better than we've had in the past sailings.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think this is number 2.
Yeah.
On the Treasure, it was like succulent.
Yeah.
It was very juicy and fluffy, but I think it's probably easier to acquire down there instead of up here potentially.
True. But yeah, overall entrees were pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And then for desserts, we ordered 3 total. So you ordered the raspberry vanilla creme brulee,
Mm-hmm.
which how was that?
I thought it was good. I liked the creme brulee that came earlier in the sailing a little bit better, but some of that was just because I don't typically eat the Madeleine that comes on top, and the brulee was kind of uneven because of the cookie. But I mean, I definitely ate some. It was nice. It had the raspberry chunks in it, so I kind of mostly ate the raspberry chunks out of it. But I was happy with it. So, I love creme brulee.
Yeah. I ordered the lava cake,
Mm-hmm.
which I will say I think it was better than the Treasure. But I did enjoy it more than I did the dessert at Palo Brunch. The chocolate fondant at Palo Brunch.
That you desperately wanted.
That I desperately wanted to be a lava
cake.
cake. This was better than that, more cohesive, very rich, and still very good. I just think it was a little bit better on the Treasure.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third dessert was the regional inspiration dessert, which I don't know exactly what it was, but it was the
Strawberry bread pudding.
Yeah, Alaskan Romanoff strawberry bread pudding thing. This was odd.
My brain thought it was like a wet muffin.
Yeah, and that's pretty accurate. Overall, pretty good though.
It tasted good. The texture was a little odd.
Presentation was a little strange too.
It came out looking like a muffin as well.
Yeah, because the other bread pudding that we have had before has been like in a ramekin.
Right.
So my brain was confused that it was just a little muffin on a plate. But yeah, not bad. Not the highest dessert, I would say. The lava cake's probably the number 1 for this night, if you like chocolate.
But you also got a special birthday cake and a song.
I did. I got my special birthday cake. I got the typical birthday song as sung by the waitstaff, complete with Krishna playing his impromptu guitar made from a pepper grinder and a cloche.
It's becoming his signature.
Yes. And then, as has been a tradition every single night, we get a serenade from our assistant server, Wes, So he sang to me
Yes.
your song, Elton John.
But couldn't leave the group out, so had to do one more for the group.
Yes. So his second song was
You Raised Me
You
Up.
Raised Me Up, Josh Groban. He said he would sing that all the time back in South Africa.
And a server who was in training behind him at the desk, he started singing, and then that guy in training started mouthing the words, and we made eye contact, and then he went and stopped.
It's
and I was like, okay, the vibes are good. It's basically once the kids get bored and leave, the servers start playing.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's always interesting because there's always people in the restaurant that
who have no idea what's happening,
who have not heard that before, and are just very confused on what's going on in the corner of the restaurant.
Because we are in the corner of the restaurants.
Yeah.
We are tucked away in every restaurant. And this was our final night in Triton's, being tucked away against the window.
Yeah. But that kind of wrapped up the day. Came back to our room. We did get a towel animal earlier in the day. The bunny that we showed. We got another towel animal.
That is still next to me.
Yes. We got a turkey.
Which was a new one. I don't think we've gotten a bunny before, but
definitely haven't gotten a turkey.
I've never had a turkey.
And did not mention it before, but we did get cards from guest services. And I got birthday cards from guest services and the stateroom host, as well as a little certificate from Disney Cruise Line saying that I sailed on my birthday. So very sweet of all of them to be sending that stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that
has it been a good birthday?
It has been,
and it's not over yet.
Yeah, walked to a glacier, saw a glacier, hiked to a waterfall, saw some whales, had some fresh crab
in Alaska.
Had lobster for dinner with halibut. Been a pretty good day. And had a mixology class.
Yeah.
It's been a busy day.
Yeah, it has been a very busy day. Step count is high. Step count is 14,704 and almost 6 miles in.
Yeah, busy day. Tomorrow will be more relaxing. Tomorrow we are in Ketchikan. We do not have any excursions planned, so just kind of wandering the town, doing some shopping.
We don't get in until later.
Right.
So it's kind of some forced leisure a little bit in the morning.
True.
There's some stuff that's on the list that we want to do and take care of, but we will just see where the day and Ketchikan takes us.
Yeah. So that will do it for us for today. Be sure to tune in next week for you, tomorrow for us, for our Ketchikan Day. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
See you real soon.